Celebration! 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 It's time for a morning motivation, a classic, Mighty Versus, with GoatVsFish and music by Sanshine. On the GoatVsFish morning motivation, where it's the sun shining all the time. We've had our Temple Mondays, we've had our News Tuesdays, our Musication Wednesdays, and now it's the big, mighty verses you've all been waiting for, preparing for, elating for. GoatVsFish. They can come together. But whether sooner or later, whether it's going to be a versus. And on this 1-1-6 morning motivational, it's time for a mighty versus. And here's your musication, Sunshine, celebration, celebration, celebration. Celebration, yes!
Hello. I'm back.
Bringing back now to GoatVsFish, the original morning motivational guitar, not seen in a billion verses. Here it is once again, giving us that oh so sweet familiar sound. We see the goat and fish, hear the fish, on a current streak of 4 wins in a row for the fish. Whereas the goat army still massive as ever, massive as ever. Can they take the streak? Can they take the streak? This week on GoatVsFish, the unification. Will the goat and fish come together, or will the verses be fenced? There have been some contributions since last verses. Let's add another 10 versus American dollar to the 5-hour Fridays. Once we reach 500 versus American dollars, it will unlock a Friday stream, a 5-hour Friday stream on the soonest available Friday to you. So let's make it 3/38/87. What are the goat and fish versing for? What are the goat and fish versing for today? We'll leave it up to you, Sunshine. Shall we versus for butter on toast, bowl of ramen, cheese, watermelon, rainbow, taco, bale of hay, or pizza? Or do you wish to defer to the congregation to choose what we're versing for?
Ramen.
Ramen! Make some noise for the ramen. Make some noise for the ramen celebration. Celebration for ramen. Celebration for ramen. The ramen has been chosen. Sunshine has chosen the ramen. The goat and fish shall versus for the ramen. Well, Mom, the Supremo goat is here in GoatVsFish. the very leader of GOAT. Well, Mom, do you have any statements to make in this opening verses for Ramen? Hexy the virus wanted the cheese. Hexy the virus wanted the cheese. Goat. Goat, 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 goat. Goat, goat, goat. Make way for the mighty verses. For those of you who do not know, all of your bits, all of your subscriptions, and of course your morning declarations of goat or fish will all be counted in the verses. We will tally the support we get for goat, the support we get for fish. There's a poll going on YouTube as well. We will count all of these various verses of support, including new patrons on patreon.com/GoatVsFish. And we will determine who does triumph. Who wins the ramen? The goat or the fish? Celebration, celebration! It's time for your morning declarations. Are you goat or are you fish? Goat, 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 goat. Fish, 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 fish. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We're not fencing around on Goat vs. Fish Thursdays. On the Thursday Mighty versus Morning Motivation, high power, mighty versus strong versus. Hydration. Hydration. Celebration. Here on the Goat vs. Fish Morning Motivation, get your hydration, drink your caffeination, ingest your inebriation, because on the Goat vs. Fish Morning Motivation, we wake up so you don't have to. Alien B21 says, great fish, best goat. That sounds like one for goat. That sounds like one for the goat. If you are a goat, if you are a fish, and you want unification between goat and fish, celebration for fish, celebration for fish, Tyrus with 100 for fish, and with double the verses with 200 bits, celebration for Tyrus, celebration for Tyrus. The fish starts the verses with a mighty salvo, with a double salvo, versing the goat, just like this, with a double shooter. The fish and the goat, they meet at dawn for a duel, and with a double blub, popping it at goat, popping it at goat, popping it at goat. Celebration, celebration for Tyrus and Alien B21. Alien B21, a new subscriber to Goat vs. Fish. Celebration! Give us some alien riffs for Alien B21. Yeah! Exclamation SAN for music by Sanshine. You can follow Sanshine on Instagram and on Twitch. Here on Twitch, Sanshine will be going live. Hey, Sanshine, when are you going live next?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
At, tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow it has to be at 2 p.m., I guess. 2 p.m. PST.
2 p.m. PST. Twitch.tv/itssunshine. Follow It's Sunshine and celebration for Alien B21 Fish. For Alien B21 Fish with a subscription for fish. With a subscription for fish. With a subscription for the fish. With a subscription for fish. And deep goes goat. Deep goes goat. So that's one more goat in the verses. The Alien B21 Fish. Well, Mom the goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. But Morgan is sitting on the fence. Pitiable, pitiable fence creature. Always on the fence. Always on YouTube. Thank you for joining Goat vs. Fish. And because Alien B21 with the raw sub to Goat vs. Fish. With the raw sub to Goat vs. Fish. And BBDH187 with 100 bits. With 100 bits for the fish. With 100 bits for the fish. We are now in a hype training. We are now in a hype training. Goat and Fish special Goat vs. Fish offer. We're trying to raise 500 versus American dollars to unlock a 5-hour Friday stream during a hype train. What is a hype train other than something for Twitch to just get your hard-earned versus American dollars? Well, now it's something more. During a hype train, your subscriptions and bits and exclamation tips count for double the verses. 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 They just count for double the verses. They count for double the verses in terms of points for Goat vs. Fish, and they count for double the verses for the 5-hour Friday stream. BBDH 187, starting off the verses with 100 bits. We're going to count that for double the verses. We're going to count that for double the verses, and we had Tyrus with 300, but that was before the hype training, so that's 500, 500, and that's 500, and we have another. The Deep versus Celebration for Goat, and Alien B21 for the Fish. That's a fish scription. Alien B21, you are our newest subscriber to Goat vs. Fish. Goat and Fish, let's add 5. Let's add 8 to the verses. 8 to the verses. 45, 45, 45. Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish, celebration. 1 minute 48 left in the hype training, and Alien B21, you have chosen fish. Now choose your fish representative. Alien B21. Oh. Goat versus Fish. Alien B21, what do you wish? And we have Lord Saturn with a subscription to Goat vs. Fish. Lord Saturn with a subscription. Alien B21, do you wish the balloon-eyed goldfish? The bluefin tuna, the common snook, the mahi-mahi, the yellow tang, the sunfish, the goldfish, the pufferfish, the flatfish, the flounder, the barracuda, the great white shark, the sailfish, the salmon, do you wish the carp, the trout, the clown triggerfish, the piranha, the whale shark, the oranda goldfish, yellowfin tuna, white beta fish, green beta fish, clownfish, common shark. Which fish? Which is your fish? Which is your fish? Lord Saturn with a subscription to Goat vs. Fish. Counting for double the verses. Lord Saturn counting for double the verses. We'll count that for 2 subscription points. And 6 versus American dollars towards the 5-hour Friday. 351. 351.87. Lord Saturn, which is your goat? Do you want the speckled goat, the old boer goat, the black Nubian goat, baby boer goat, leaping baby goat, patchy goat, flop smiley, young buck boer goat, pygmy dwarf goat, baby horned goat, the black goat? Can we get a quick metal riff for Lord Saturn for the black goat? Celebration. Lord Saturn in the verses. And because that was during the hype training, your subscription will count for 2. Well, no, it's going to count just for 1 subscription, but the bits. Oh, Goat versus Fish. We'll count it for 2 subscription points for Goat. If it happens during the hype training, it counts for double verses. Hype training over. 2 subscription for Goat. 2 Goat subscription points. 2 Goat subscription points. And we want that fish. We want to know that fish, Alien B21. But in the absence of your declaration of which fish you wish, we're just going to choose a fish. We're going to choose this alien-looking fish right here. We're going to choose the balloon-eyed goldfish for Alien B21. With a subscription. Celebration for fish. And Dragon Balls 325 with the goat. Dragon Balls 325 with goat. That's 4 goat now in the verses. 4 goat in the mighty verses. This is what it's all about on Goat vs. Fish Thursday Mighty Verses. This is what it's all about. It's all about counting the goat and fish. It's all about It's all about fish. This format of Goat vs. Fish has gone on since the beginning of the live streams of Goat vs. Fish all those ancient verses ago, and they continue now in grander fashion than ever. With Goat vs. Fish, with the giant chalkboard, with the backup musicians and co-host Sanshine. We've got it all on this morning motivation. The Goat and Fish gather, the Goat and Fish gather, Rent Stallion Goat. Rent Stallion Goat celebration for Goat. Goat vs. Fish, left-handed drawing, keeping the verses going. And who else do we have in the verses? Psychic Buckeye 12 has a Coca-Cola this verses. That's your caffeination. That would be your sweet caffeination. Celebration for your sweet caffeination this verses. Hexy the Virus wants the cheese. Bayoden 420, the smoked fish. Celebration for smoked fish. Bayoden 420. You getting it done, Bayoden? You getting that work done? You putting those cables into other cables? You getting that signal, Bayoden? AV Gas, are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat or are you fish? The Uncle Bo! Make some noise for the Uncle Bo goat! The Uncle Bo who came out to the Comedy Store Los Angeles to witness the comedy of Goat vs. Fish. The Uncle Bo with the very frequent radiations of Goat vs. Fish. Celebration, the Uncle Bo. Celebration, the Uncle Bo for Goat. The Uncle Bo for Goat. It's time for some morning celebrations. It's time for our morning celebrations. And this versus Goat vs. Fish is going to do 20 morning celebrations because we forgot to do morning celebrations during our musication stream last verses. Got to get in those celebrations. Got to get in those morning celebrations. Sanshine, Goat vs. Fish, frequently offers you choices, and this versus is going to be the choice of, do you wish to play the morning celebrations for Goat vs. Fish, or do you wish for Goat vs. Fish to put on some thunder tracks and you join us in the morning celebrations? What do you choose? Dramatic verses. Thunder tracks, let's do it, celebration! Encrypted, are you Goat or Fish? Thunder tracks, Dragon Ball's getting ready to twerk. Oh, okay. Oh, my verses. We should have seen what happened. It looked like everything was going fence there for just a brief verses, but no, we still have Goat vs. Fish. Soul a Little says, "Yo, are you fish? Are you asking Sanshine? Or are you asking Goat vs. Fish?" Infinite Skyline, you put on a clinic of a stream. Appreciation. I'm going to bump you up on my list of recommended channels. Celebration. Yes, recommend Goat vs. Fish. Make Goat vs. Fish your recommended channel. Encrypted Ghost Fish. Celebration more fish. Infinite Skyline, are you Goat or Fish? Okay, Thunder Tracks time. Classic verses. Okay, rise up now. Goat versus Fish. Do you need a stand? Are you okay? You gonna be all right? Okay. So these verses for the morning celebrations. We're starting off with neck rolls, head rolls. Heads will roll this verses. You can start going goat way or fish way. And reverse. Now lean, let us lean goat ways. Back straight, goat and fish. And lean fish ways. Remember to breathe in that sweet air. Unless you're somewhere in the Midwest and you're getting Canadian fires, in which case maybe wear a mask or something. Shoulders now, let's roll. Rolling back, roll it back. And roll it front. Fin circles. And reverse. Twist. Twist at the hip. Get those hips moving. It's all in the hips. Your elbow just cracked. Oh, that's a natural versus. As long as it didn't snap, split, or break. That's a cracking fine versus. And now, fins on the hips. And reverse. We've got a big battle ahead. You've got to get ready. Let's do some high stepping. Doing some goat moves now. Rad Rooster on a 3-stream streak. Appreciation. Are you goat or fish? And ankle rotations. Forgot we changed the verses there. Ankle rotations. Oh, we'll give you what you want. Ankle rotations. Oh yeah, that's the verses. Other hoof. Now, time for the Big Ten morning celebrations. GoatVsFish will be doing a bonus 10 after this versus. But here we go. Hooves shoulder width apart. And fins getting ready to go in the air. Toes pointed slightly outward. 10. Morning celebrations. Down we go. Celebration. 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 That's 5. Halfway through, for me, for you. Celebration 6. If you can't do 10, that's okay. Just do as many as you can. Join Goat vs. Fish. We're getting stronger every versus. 7. Celebration. Celebration 8. Celebration 9. Wow, Mom with 68 months of subscription for Goat vs. Fish. Celebration. Almost to 69, almost to 69. That'll be fine. One more versus. Number 10. Celebration 10. Nice verses. Celebration. Now I see why you are wearing the towel. Now you see. Everyone, if you want to know why Goat vs. Fish is wearing a towel, Infinite Skyline 86 knows the secrets now. And now Goat vs. Fish. Gonna go for some toe touching. You just play along, Sunshine, if you wish. But Goat vs. Fish, we're gonna try and touch those toes. Now, making up for last verses, Goat vs. Fish will do a bonus 10 morning celebrations. We power through. We've done it. We've done it. And here we are. The security cam now being ever so slightly obstructed by the new frame that we have put here on Goat vs. Fish. But that's okay. Maybe security doesn't have frames because the other ones have frames already. Maybe that's how we do it. How about we do it like that? Yes, that seems like a versus. Goat and Fish, the mighty versus takes on many forms. We will have a secret marbleization going on Goat vs. Fish. Well, let's have a not so secret marbleization, Goat and Fish. Let's have a not so secret marbleization. Let's do for the mighty versus. One big marble race to rule them all. One big marble race, Goat and Fish. Exclamation play. Exclamation play in the chat of Goat vs. Fish. Exclamation play in the stream of Goat vs. Fish. Join the verses. You have 169 seconds to join, just under 3 minutes. 169 seconds to join the marble race. This will count for a versus. This will count for a mighty versus as we versus for the ramen. And now the goat and fish are revealing themselves. J-Sticks, are you goat or are you fish? Psychic Buckeye wants to play. Psychic Buckeye's in the verses. Lord Saturn's in the verses. BBDH 187 is trying to bloop, but this is not a bloop versus. This is a play type versus. This is a play type versus. We've got Lord Saturn. Lord Saturn, who is goat, with the mermaid fish ball. Look at that. Lord Saturn with the mermaid fish. We've got Psychic Buckeye 12 with Demon Goat, BBDH 187 with the nondescript fence ball. Remember, you can type exclamation play and then a number to select a goat or fish ball of your choosing. BBDH 187. And here's Wrench Stallion, literally a fish swimming through the desert. Amazing verses. J-Sticks, and goat versus fish. Goat versus fish with the goat ball on the fish body. And of course, the crown of goat versus fish. A crown of goat versus fish. A crown of goat versus fish. Sola Little also in the verses. Exclamation play. The best way to verse your fish is to know your fish. Best way to verse your fish is to know your fish, says Lord Saturn. That sounds like an amazing bit of wisdom. We're going to post that. We're going to post that right on the Goat vs. Fish Instagram. Exclamation play. Join the verses. Sunshine, how you liking playing along with the tracks? Is this enjoyable for you?
The last one was a lot of fun.
The last one was a lot of fun. Yeah. So each one is different then.
Yeah, each one is different.
So we see. Well, variety is the spice of the verse. Lord Saturn, we're having trouble finding your Instagram. We type Lord Saturn and then we're waiting for it to happen, but then we know it's actually a different verses.
It's Saturn Azura? Something like that?
So it is. Sunshine with the wisdom.
Wisdom
Sunshine.
comes with fish.
Yes. Rad Rooster says, it's okay, Rad Rooster, you can help out by choosing goat or fish. J-Stick says, I be goat. The marble race has begun. The marble race has begun. The marble race has begun. Take it away, Sunshine. The marble race has begun.
Oh.
Psychic Buckeye 12. Leading the verses, crashing through the fences, and far behind is BBDH 187. As a matter of verses, both BBDH and Psychic Buckeye 12 are currently leading even the ball that currently has the record on this very track. So it could be that you're watching a new record being set right this very verses. Oh, but there it comes. We spoke too soonly. Lord Saturn and Sola Little. Oh, Psychic Buckeye 12 got caught up by the fence. This could be a chance for Goat versus Fish to spring into the lead. But there goes BBDH 187. BBDH. J-Sticks. You never know what's going to happen. It's J-Sticks Goat. BBDH 187 the fish. Oh! Did we just see BBDH 187 get eaten? J-Sticks. Well, J-Sticks sticks the landing. J-Sticks sticks the landing. Leaping over the fences at great risk. Goat versus Fish has been elimination. And J-Sticks, a glorious congregation member, now triumphs in the versus celebration. Celebration! Rad Rooster is drumming to this guitar solo. That's something you may not know. Sanshine, we have Rad Rooster, a fan of the Radioactive Chicken Heads and declared GOAT. Often when GoatVsFish is playing songs, and now when you are, they will say that they are drumming along, that they're practicing their drumming.
Oh, thank you, Rad Rooster. Much appreciations.
Rad Rooster, if you want more musications, be sure to follow Sanshine on Twitch. Twitch.tv/itssunshine. Sanshine often plays games, but plays music too. If you're looking for more live music to drum along to, we're sure you can find it during some Sanshine time. And we have the Instantgram, the Sanshine Instantgram. Make some noise for J-Sticks. J-Sticks wins the verses. J-Sticks wins the verses. J-Sticks, are you GOAT or are you fish? J-Sticks is GOAT. That's a win for GOAT. That's a win for GOAT. That's a marble win for GOAT. The current verses. The current verses, we have Fish with 500 bits. That's a versus for Fish. We have GOAT with 2 subscriptions, 3 subscriptions. Wow, Mom, we're going to give you Leaping Baby Goat, Leaping Baby Goat. Leaping Baby Goat for Wow Mom's mighty subscription to GoatVsFish. GOAT have 3 subscriptions, GOAT have 3 subscriptions. That counts for a versus, that counts for a versus. There are more GOAT than Fish. That counts for a versus, that counts for a versus for GOAT. Oh, we almost thought that was a radiation there for a versus. And we have the marble win. So GOAT currently have 3 verses. Fish have 1 versus. There are 4 fish. Remember, you can double your GOAT, you can double your fish by commenting on both YouTube and on Twitch for double the verses. For double the verses, we are at 3. Oh, Wow Mom with 3 versus American dollars towards the 5-hour Fridays for the subscription. 354.87. And Big Fence, I Can Fix Amber Heard, is nowhere to be found. Where's Big Fence? Are we finally free of the influence of Big Fence? GOAT and Fish, this could be time for a versus most epic if Big Fence isn't here to fence it all up. This could be a big change. This could be a big change. Oh, yes?
I have a celebration.
Sanshine has a celebration.
I come bearing verses from Sri Lanka.
It's verses from Sri Lanka. It's time for a special Sri Lanka segment on GoatVsFish. So for those who don't know, before the dramatic reveal, so you were just in Sri Lanka, yes?
Oh, yeah, I was in Sri Lanka for 2 weeks for vacation purposes. And over there I fed some fish. I fed popcorn to fish. There was a lot of fish. I didn't see a lot of goats. But I did feed some fence-sitters as well. They are called cows, but they can also be fence-sitters. So I was feeding both the fish and the fence-sitters. I couldn't find any goats to feed, but also the goats were doing other goat verses.
Swin Straight 8 declares GOAT on YouTube. Welcome to GoatVsFish. Welcome to GoatVsFish. Your GOAT shall be recorded.
Are you ready for the verses?
Oh, we were just counting our new GOAT. We're just counting a new GOAT. Swin Straight 8. Welcome to GoatVsFish. Do like and subscribe to GoatVsFish. Thank you for your participation.
So, in this bag, we have many of verses that were brought here, imported, if you will, from Sri Lanka. So, the first verse to reveal GoatVsFish, come over here.
Okay. GoatVsFish to join in the reveal, the Sri Lankan reveal of Sri Lankan gifts. Never thought we'd get a verse like this.
What I like about GoatVsFish is that you only have to ask him once instead of 5 times like Hi-Fi Protege.
We are familiar with that. We're familiar with that.
Yeah. Shout out to Hi-Fi.
Celebration Hi-Fi. Celebration exclamation Hi-Fi for a Hi-Fi shout out.
We have a goat.
A goat! A colorful goat! Celebration for goat!
Celebration for goat.
Let's look at that goat. Tell us about this goat.
Oh.
Where did you find such a majestic goat?
Oh, I found this goat at a cafe. It was just hanging out, having a beverage, if you will. I think he has a name. It might be on the tag somewhere.
Goat's name.
The goat might have a name.
100% natural fiber.
Ooh, natural fiber. That's how it has great stools.
The name is Hakudu the donkey. That's a strange name for a goat.
Oh, it's a donkey? Nah.
You said it. Well, let's ask it.
But look, you see the ears here, and you see the mohawk.
Well, we can't see the ears because they're screen greened out.
The goats have mohawks. Oh, the ears are. Oh, wow.
That's okay. We can do this. Watch this.
It's an invisibility goat.
Watch this versus goat versus fish. This goat has invisible powers. But there we are. Look at the mighty goat. Look at the donkey goat. So this donkey, so you spoke to this donkey and it declared a goat?
Oh, yeah, it declared goat. I saw it. I'm like, oh, it's a goat. And then they were like, it's a donkey. And I'm like, I disagree. It is a goat. But do you see the mohawk?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, goats have mohawks too. You know, sometimes they ride for hell riders or like Hell's Angels or whatever. But like...
Oh, I Can Fix Amber Heard is here.
Yeah. So this is Hakudu the donkey goat, who happens to be a goat.
Celebration for goat, celebration for goat.
Celebration.
And we think that we shall put this goat, along with this gift from Goat versus Fish. This gift of goat from the Uncle Bo. We are going to put these in the temple of Goat versus Fish as we continue to increase the size of the congregation. Exclamation mail, if you have any gifts to send to Goat versus Fish, we'll put them in the temple of Goat versus Fish. But it seems like the gift giving is not over. Is that so? Is there more in the verses, Sunshine?
Oh, there's another in the verses. Are you ready?
Oh, we're ready. What's next?
We have fish.
Fish, celebration for fish, celebration for fish.
Celebration for fish.
Let's have a look at the fish. Tell us about fish.
Oh, yeah, so fish. The fish was very easy to find. I looked at it and I went, oh, that's definitely a fish. And the fish was like, hello, I want to move to America. And I'm like, oh, it's dangerous right now. It's like, I don't care. I have nothing to live for. And then I'm like, oh, well, likewise. And then it traveled in my suitcase.
Ooh, split tail.
Oh, yeah. That was an accident. It got into like a fish tank crash. And the shards of glass split its tail in half. So now it's called two-tail, like two-face, except it's not... It's yet to betray me, despite the two tails.
So it's a two-tailed fish? This is two tails the fish?
Yeah. Maybe it is goat, maybe one tail's goat, maybe one tail is fish.
Oh, we think it could be just a fish that has two methods of attack. It's one tail for deception. It's like, which way, when the goat is chasing the fish and the goat's chasing the fish, suddenly, which way is goat going to chase the fish? Is the fish going this versus? Like the fish can out-juke you with double fins like that. Or it can do like this, fast fish, and then fast stop fish, double-winged, double-tailed fast stop fish.
Yeah, it changes the airflow. It changes the airflow so that way, like you can turn left, you can turn right, like rudders on a boat, if you will. So that's where boats got their rudders from. They stole it from fish, and they're yet to give any royalties for all the boats that were made with rudders. I like the fish when it bursts a goat.
What a mighty verses, what a mighty verses. And this fish too, this beautiful, beautiful fish shall also go in the temple of Goat versus Fish. Celebration,
what does the tag
celebration.
say?
The verses?
I think it has a name.
Well, we see. Oh, my verses. This name, the name of this fish. Actually, the text is too small. Could you read it for Goat versus Fish?
It says big fish.
It says big fish.
It is a big fish.
Why is the text so small if it's so big?
Because they want to pull your eyes in closer, so that way the fish looks bigger than it actually is.
Fish in the verses may be bigger than they actually appear, or smaller. Celebration for big fish, for big fish.
You know
Celebration for big fish.
You know what they say about big fish?
What do they say about big fish?
Big fish.
Big fish, big fish, big fish, big fish, big fish. Glorious gifts to Goat versus Fish. But wait, there's more?
I think that's pretty much it. See. Oh, wait a minute. What was that? I did not know that was there.
What? Something? What? Oh, it's hiding there. So what is this? Hey, get out from under there.
Hey. What are you doing there?
What? Oh, someone snuck aboard. Someone snuck aboard during your travels.
Hey, wait a minute. I recognize him. He was in the same cafe. This guy came up to me and he was like, "Hello, I'm looking for my father." And I'm like, "Oh wait, who's? I don't know your father." He's like, "You ever heard of Rat Cousin? Rat Cousin came to Sri Lanka several verses ago and abandoned me here. And now I need to come back and have him do a paternity test." And I'm like, no, Rat Cousin's a celebrity. I don't want to bother him and ruin my place in the entertainment industry. So you'll have to stay in Sri Lanka verses. He's like, "Okay then." And then he I don't know how he ended up here. Maybe he'll tell you, GoatVsFish, because he seems to be very secretive. What's his name even? Does he have a name on the tag?
Let's see. It says, oh, my verses. So the goat had a name. The fish had a name. This is like the fanciest name that we've ever heard. Well, we see two verses. On the back of the head, it says Ryu.
It says what?
It says Ryu on the back of the head. Even Sanshine is stunned. What the verses is this?
Wait, what is that? Is that like a barcode? Like, are we playing Hitman?
We don't know. It says RIU on the back of the verses.
It
also
either
says
Riv or Ryu.
It also says mouse male.
Male?
Small.
Mouse male small.
Ryu the small mouse male.
Wait a minute. So it's a small mouse, but it's also called Riv or Ryu?
That's what it seems. That's what it seems.
So, and it claims to be Rat Cousin's long lost, estranged son who wishes to have a paternity test.
So we leave it up to you, Rat Cousin. Do you wish to come on the GoatVsFish Morning Motivational or a temple stream of GoatVsFish and subject yourself to a paternity test? Or do you simply wish to disown this rat creature from afar, this stowaway who claims to be your very progeny? Huh? Well, now we guess we can't just throw this creature. We can't just.
I mean, we could. It would be best.
Well, we could.
I don't think its family's looking for closure.
No. Well, we think that with all of what's going on here in Fence America,
yeah,
we don't think we want to call the authorities. It could end up in a very dangerous versus.
Well, do you have a GoatVsFish orphanage?
A GoatVsFish orphanage? We do here at the Temple of the Church of GoatVsFish.
Oh, so it can be.
Yes.
It can be a servant.
As a matter of GoatVsFish, we have something for you. Why don't you hold on here? Let's show nice up close.
It smells horrible.
Nice up close. Show here. Bring it up close. There is someone here for you. We don't know if Rat Cousin. We don't know if Rat Cousin is your true patronage. But who's this? Who's this in the verses? Who's this? It's Wow Mom's rat. It's Wow Mom's rat infestation. This rat was creation by Wow Mom. A stowaway in the mail bag to GoatVsFish with Goat and Fish. So now we have two. Oh, we have two now? This infestation just keeps growing. We've got a rat infestation. We have a rat infestation on GoatVsFish. We blame Rat Cousin. It all started with Rat Cousin, didn't it? And then all these other rats just kept showing up to GoatVsFish.
Hey, Rat. I don't know if you can see me because you don't have any eyes, but we should arrange a play date for your illegitimate father and my illegitimate father, and we should have them play catch with their actual registered offspring, while we sit in our lawn chairs and drink Coors Light and watch them with absolute disdain for our very existence. Oh, you don't speak the English verses? Oh, okay. Fine. Do you know where I can get documented? I just got here the other day. Oh, okay. So how long have you been mute? Did this happen before or after you got vaccinated? Oh, that's tragic. You know, I don't have any cheese. I came here for cheese. I came here from an economic crisis. I thought America has all the cheese.
Goat and Fish, this has been gifts from Sri Lanka.
Celebration.
Brought to you by Sanshine. And must we say, might we say, Sanshine, much appreciation.
Much appreciation.
Much appreciation for these gifts you bring to GoatVsFish and the congregation of GoatVsFish.
Much appreciation, and much appreciation to Barefoot Cafe in Sri Lanka. If you ever visit Sri Lanka, go to Barefoot Cafe.
This is a Sanshine special recommendation.
They have some great food. The music is a little fancy, but the food is very good.
Is this a sponsored versus, or is this merely Sunshine's recommendation?
If it was sponsored, I would have like logos on my shirt, and I would have many
logos on your shirt.
Apparel. Yeah, many a bid fence apparel, and you know I would be having shareholder meetings and all that stuff. But I would have a nice like a color coded background and all that stuff, and I would open with, "Hey guys," and add super friendly and all that. But
hey guys, have you been to the GoatVsFish merch store where you can get shirts that say GoatVsFish? Celebration for the gifts of sunshine, for the gift of sunshine from Barefoot Cafe, Goat and Fish, yes, Goat and Fish, yes. And if you're looking for gifts, if you're looking for gifts, you can find them and more on the GoatVsFish merch store, on the GoatVsFish merch store.
Barefoot has locations at 704 Gore Road, Dutch Hospital, and Gore Fort. So yeah, there's 3 locations to choose from. Go support male rat or Ryu's orphanage, and maybe secure yourself a rat. Maybe we can fill Rat Cousin's house with his illegitimate offspring rats from Sri Lanka.
Maybe so. Yeah. Here we have the GoatVsFish merch store. We can get tank tops, we can get hoodies, we can get mugs, tote bags, fence sitter shirts, muscle shirts, the towel, the very towel of GoatVsFish in 2 sizes. The classic GoatVsFish shirt is still just $19.69 plus shipping, of course. Wow, what a deal for GoatVsFish. What a deal for GoatVsFish. The classic mug of GoatVsFish, just $9.69 plus shipping for a mug of GoatVsFish. Beanies of GoatVsFish. Goat and Fish exclamation merch to get your GoatVsFish merch, and appreciation, sunshine again for the Sri Lankan gifts to GoatVsFish. Celebration. Let's get those musications back going again. Let's get those musications going again as the Mighty Versus continues. The verses for the ramen. The verses for the ramen continues. Canada Rami says, what happened to that rat girl? What happened to that rat girl? Rat girl.
There's a rat girl?
Rat girl pondering GoatVsFish. Slim Jellÿ. Slim Jellÿ is currently touring. We don't know if they're currently touring, but in the last year they have been touring Verse America under the verses Thinky Flesh. And you can see them touring all around Verse America. Canada Rami the Goat, Otto, Goat. That's 2 more Goat in the verses. Celebration for Goat increase their mighty lead over the fish with 3 verses now for Goat, and 1 for the fish, and 1 for the fish. A great voice, so we are sure they would love to hear. If you wish to keep following up on them, Canada Rami, do you have an Instagram? Or a book of faces? I Convict Amber Heard is back in the verses. On the fence. We hope one of these verses you'll go back to being goat or fish. I can fix Amber Heard. We hope one of these verses he'll go back to being goat or fish. I can fix Amber Heard has redeemed. Oh, I can fix Amber Heard. Always trying to break the rules. So GoatVsFish has a verse. It's called Show Us Your Eyes, in which GoatVsFish does this. And we look, the eyes of GoatVsFish. It's a 2,000 channel point redeem. But I can fix Amber Heard has redeemed Show Us Your Eyes, but wants to see Sanshine's eyes. Do you accept this? It's up to you.
Are they taking biometric data from me?
Are you taking biometric data from Sanshine? I can fix Amber Heard. It's a fair question. Otto says, I like to skateboard. I just realized fish only swim beautifully everywhere. No skateboarding. Goats could easily skateboard if they wanted. I conclude a verbose change to goat. Otto has changed to goat because of skateboarding. Because of skateboarding goat. Because of skateboarding goat. And as a matter of verses, skateboarding goat, skateboarding goat. We've seen a lot of skateboarding goat on Instagram in recent verses. Even back in September 17th, 2013, farthest distance skateboarded by a goat. Let's have a look at that. Quick look at that verses. Farthest distance skateboarded by a goat. The world versus. Here it comes. Here goes goat. Here goes skateboarding goat. Goat.
My mom's decision to have a pet goat. We've always had dogs, and my mom, she wanted a new pet. And she didn't want like a dog or cat. And she's like, let's just get a goat. I realized Happy was a talented goat when she was following me around and trying to do tricks just to get treats out of me. Like, I would give her a treat, and when she wanted more, she would try scratching me or jumping on top of something.
Sounds very
dope. I was
dope.
actually riding my bike one day, and she kept wanting to jump on my bike. So I said, okay.
Listen, this is all very fascinating backstory to goat, but why are we not interviewing the goat? Maybe because the goat is too busy skateboarding.
I don't know about a bicycle for a goat, but I gave her a skateboard just to play around with, and eventually I taught her to go on from behind, and now she just knows how to jump on herself and keep going. When Happy's not skateboarding or doing tricks with me, she likes to walk around in the grass or lay down underneath the tree, nibble on different plants, and sometimes she'll hang out with her chicken and duck friends.
Oh, well, maybe those friends. Happy goat, you can do better than duck friends. You can do better than that. Find a fish to verses.
When I see Happy in the Guinness World Records book, I'm just going to be so excited and proud of her and just pinching myself because it feels like a dream. Like, I can't believe it. Like, first of all, she has a Guinness World Record. Second of all, she skateboards and she's a goat.
Skateboarding goat. There's skateboarding goat. There's skateboarding goat. Celebration. Now, you say that fish don't skate, but did you know that there's a fish that is called a skate? Behold, let it still be there. The skate fish. Behold the skate fish, and it looks just as happy as that goat. It looks like some kind of ray. Behold the skate fish. Behold the skate fish. Behold the skate fish. Behold the skate fish. Looks like a ditto. Ditto. Behold the skate fish. Canada Rami says, quit your jobs. Canada Rami, the retired goat, says, quit your jobs. And as Bayonet 420 vents, vent away, Bayonet 420. You're free to vent here on GoatVsFish. You're free to vent on GoatVsFish as Canada Rami enjoys some ACCBD celebration. Yes, the skatefish is beautiful, Otto. The skatefish is trying to win you back. Skatefish is trying to win you back. Work sucks. Work sucks. Work sucks. Work sucks. Goat and fish. Speaking of work, let's see what's working for GoatVsFish. We tune in now to the Church of GoatVsFish. back. There's been a new post on Church of Goat vs. Fish. A new post on Church of Goat vs. Fish, which you should all follow now on Instagram, yes. The Church of Goat vs. Fish. Let's hear it for a verses by Keenan Jerome. Let's have a listen to this. Verses. And the powerful editing of Goat vs. Fish. The powerful editing of Goat vs. Fish. Let's watch this verses.
Celebration, celebration, y'all, celebration. Celebration. I'm happy to finally be invited to the meeting of the Goat versus Fish Illuminati. Now, the success of Goat versus Fish will be bestowed upon me, and I too will have the career of Will Smith, who played a fish. So I therefore declare myself a fish witness. I am a fish witness. Fish witness. Hit it, Squid. Okay.
Beautiful celebration, beautiful celebration. You see, Sanshine, that's why we need you in the Temple of Goat versus Fish. Can you believe how the squid just missed that cue? Did you see that?
Yeah, the squid is technically a fish. It'll get there.
It'll get there, and you believe in fish? You believe in fish?
Yeah.
Honestly, perfect Goat versus Fish. You assembled a perfect group to open up the first Sunday ceremony for the temple. They were amazing. Appreciation, appreciation. Now, I Can Fix Amber Heard says, where's my pupils? Where's my pupils? Sunshine asked you a very simple verses. Are you collecting biometric data on Sunshine? Sunshine does not want to show you the peepers until you answer this verses. So join the Church of Goat vs. Fish. Follow Church of Goat vs. Fish here on Instagram. And Goat and Fish, and Goat and Fish. The promotion continues, the promotion. The promotion continues, the promotion continues. Church versus Fish at Church of Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish has, Goat vs. Fish like this. Don't get all smiley at Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish. The Church of Goat versus Fish. Behold, the Church of Goat versus Fish TikTok. 1 following, 1 follower, 1 like. We're starting a new Goat and Fish. The Church of Goat vs. Fish is starting a new. Yes, Goat vs. Fish has a TikTok. Now Church of Goat vs. Fish has a TikTok. And we'll be posting all the sermons there as well. Join the TikTok of Goat vs. Fish. We link to you the Instagram of the Church of Goat vs. Fish and the TikTok of the Church of Goat vs. Fish. There's also Church of Goat vs. Fish on the Book of Faces as well. Let's get Goat versus Fish. Let's go viral. It's time for Goat versus Fish to go viral. It's time for a Goat versus Fish viral versus. Power outage imminent, thunder and lightning here, and piles of smoke. Oh, my versus Canada Rami. Canada Rami, are you suffering from huge, huge plumes of fire and smoke? Come to Verse America. Come to Verse America. And follow Goat versus Fish. Follow Church of Goat versus Fish on TikTok and Goat and Fish, and even on YouTube. Even on YouTube, we have Church of Goat vs. Fish. You can find everything. You can find everything you need. You can find everything you need on Goat vs. Fish. But some of you are going to just want all church, all the verses. YouTube.com/Church of Goat vs. Fish. Always growing, always a new following. If there's one thing the algorithms like, it's consistency, and they love. Well, we think they would love Goat versus Fish because it's always Goat versus Fish, but sometimes it's musications, sometimes it's a Temple of Goat versus Fish, sometimes it's a comedy of Goat versus Fish, sometimes it's politics with Goat versus Fish. So by the verses, we declare that there shall be a separate Church of Goat versus Fish channel on all the verses, so follow Church of Goat versus Fish. Well, Canada Rami says, Canada Rami, the old retired goat, says, "The fire is near here. No evacuating because of pets." Well, we hope you know what you're doing. We would hate to hear that a glorious member of our congregation was consumed in horrible flames in Canada. But of course, you have a bucket of water nearby. Oh, nice verses. Nice verses. Nice verses. Well, Canada Rami, GoatVsFish wants you to be safe out there. No evacuation because of pets. Oh, just go and throw all of those pets, throw it in the automotion and just drive somewhere or something. If you can. If you want. It's up to you what you do. But safety verse from GoatVsFish. If the fires get too near, keep your verses clear. Make sure you stay hydration. We would hate for Canada Rami and all of their retiredness. So there's Canada. Actually, we have someone we could check in about this. Sanshine, what you
Yes.
Checking in now with our Canada Fire correspondent. Let's check in. Their Canada Fire correspondent. And here they are. It's our Canada Fire correspondent. And what's the verses? Everything's fine, eh? 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 Ah! 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 It's on fire! Everything's on fire, eh? It's all on. Oh, what are you talking about? We've got to get out of here. What are you talking about? Oh! Ah! Ah! Everything's fine, eh? Everything's fine, eh? This has been your fire correspondent. So what's it gonna be? I can fix Amber Heard. Do we have an answer? We want to see Sanshine's eyes, but have you yet to answer the question? I can fix Amber Heard's not very good at answering questions, are they?
I've seen Hi-Fi answer questions faster than I can fix Amber Heard.
I can fix Amber Heard. Are you goat or are you fish? Are you collecting biometric data on Sanshine? I have, haha. I said yeah, but only so I can send ads according to his liking, fish-like content and glasses. There's your answer. Yes, biometric data is being collected on you, but only so they can send you targeted advertisements for fish.
Well, this biometric data is not for free.
So does that mean that you are going to accept? Are you going to accept? Are you going to show the eyes to
biometric data is my data, and I can fix Amber Heard, who also being fence wants my data.
Yes, for 2,000 channel points.
Oh, so they already paid in channel points?
Well, they paid to see the eyes of GoatVsFish, but now they're trying to reverse the verses and say, well, we're paying for the eyes of GoatVsFish, but we want Sanshine eyes.
What's the going rate for biometric data?
2,000 channel points. But you can set your price for whatever you wish. GoatVsFish didn't say that they could spend 2,000 channel points to see a close-up of Sanshine's eyes. We only said that for GoatVsFish. It's a classic I Can Fix Amber Heard trying to rewrite the verses in the middle of GoatVsFish Thursday Mighty Verses.
30 verse American dollars.
30 verse American dollars. 30 verse American dollar tip. Exclamation tip. 30 verse American dollars for 1 minute close-up of Sanshine eyes. That's the verses. 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 Oh, geez. I'll think about it. Well, I can fix Amber Heard is gonna think about it. Celebration for thinking. It's nice that someone's doing some thinking around here. Nice that someone's doing some thinking around here. Celebration and goat versus fish, goat versus fish. Let's do a quick look at the ramen, a quick look at the ramen. Let's search for ramen.
I'll sit on the tenure chair.
Oh, you're going it's tenure time already? There's a lot of verses, then you might have to clear something off.
Oh, yeah, I'll sit on the apprentice chair.
Goat versus fish. Now, goat, we are versing for the ramen, this versus. And we search for goat ramen, and this is what we find. It's time to do our ramen research. Ramen research on goat versus fish. Ramen research on goat versus fish. No.
Uh-oh.
Looks like artificial intelligence to goat versus fish.
You just contributed to the depletion of water.
That looks like artificial intelligence to goat versus fish. False verses. False verses.
The water prices are going up.
The goat ramen served. The goat ramen with Wagamama's Ella Light. I made the easiest ramen ever. A flayed fish. Goats and ramen 8 years ago. Goats and ramen. Thought I'd give my goat some ramen noodles. Here's a verses. Now this is some classic YouTube. Yeah, go for that go for the ramen, goat.
Whoa.
Healthy.
Yeah.
Goat ramen.
It's good. There you go.
Noodles. Send nudes. Send nudes. Send nudes. Send nudes. That goat didn't seem very interested in the noodles, but we so very appreciation. Oh, look, YouTube is recommending. What video is this? What video is this that YouTube is recommending to goat
There
versus
you
fish?
go.
Noodles. Send nudes. Send nudes.
Oh,
this is a great video. Send nudes. It's a pretty great video. Didn't seem very interested in the noodles, but we so very appreciation. Oh, look, YouTube is recommending. What video is this? Well, we could just watch this all versus. That YouTube is recommending to goat
There
versus
you
fish.
go.
This looks pretty great. Noodles. Send nudes. Send nudes.
Oh,
this is a great video. It must be easy to be a streamer who just watches videos all versus. It's a pretty great video. Doesn't have to interested in the noodles. Worry about counting the goat and fish. They can just watch whatever they want and just do generic comments.
We can be the first stream to react what we just
Well, we
did.
could just watch
a
this all
second
versus.
ago.
That YouTube is recommending to goat
There
versus
you
fish.
go.
This looks pretty great. So instantaneous reactions.
Yeah.
Send nudes. Send
get to
nudes.
the
This is
goat
a great
versus
video. It must be
ramen.
easy to be a streamer who just watches videos.
We're not sure if
goat
goat
versus
versus
fish
fish
should have
should
said
have
send
said
nudes.
Worry about counting. They were talking about noodles,
but it could be Mr. Watch
Watch
whatever
whatever
they
they
want
want
and
and
just
just
do
do
generic
It
comments.
depends. We can be
Sometimes
the
the
first
TOS
stream to
give it
react
the
what we
TOS
just
We could
did.
just watch
a
this all
second
versus.
ago.
That YouTube is recommending to
Oh.
goat versus fish. This looks pretty great. So instantaneous reactions.
Yeah.
Send nudes. Send
get to
nudes.
the
This
goat
is a
versus
great
fish.
video. It must be
ramen.
easy
So
to
now
be a
they're having
streamer
the
who
idea
just
to have
watches
we're not
instantaneous
sure if goat
reactions
versus
to what
fish
they were
should
just
have
watching.
said.
What that
Worry
was
about counting. They were
so
talking
very
about
good.
Was that your
It could
idea?
be Mr.
Oh,
Watch
look,
whatever they
YouTube's
want.
Yeah,
and just
no,
do
to
generic
watch-
comments. To watch the
Sometimes
instantaneous
we have to
reactions.
react to what we just did a
So
second
we could just
ago.
watch this all versus.
On the
That YouTube
stream
is recommending
while
to
it's
goat versus
happening.
fish.
Well, they seem to be
Pretty
enjoying
great.
it because they just keep on
Instantaneous
going.
Yeah.
Nudes.
Doesn't
Send
get to
nudes.
the
This
goat
is a great
versus
video. It must be
ramen.
easy to
Oh,
having the idea to
send
have
noodles.
instantaneous
I
reactions
get
to what
it.
they were just
Said,
watching.
send
What that
worry
was
about counting. They were
so
talking
very
about.
good.
Was that your
It could be
idea?
Mr.
Oh,
Watch whatever
I
they
think
want.
we
Yeah.
have to turn
No,
down the
to
amplification
watch-
on this.
To watch the
Yeah, their
instantaneous
streaming is
reactions.
too
react to
loud.
what we just did a
So we could
second
just
ago.
watch this all versus.
On the
That YouTube
stream
is recommending
while
to
it's
goat versus
happening.
fish.
Well, they seem to be
Pretty
enjoying
great.
it because they just keep on
Instantaneous
going.
reactions.
Yeah.
Nudes.
This is
Send
hi-fi
nudes.
dialogue.
This is a
I'm
great
craving
video. It must be
ramen.
easy to
Oh,
having the idea to
send
have instantaneous
noodles.
reactions
I
to
get
what
it.
they were just watching. What that
Worry
was
about ordered the
so
new
very
Japanese
good.
restaurant at random, and I have been
Yeah.
wanting.
Yeah.
You have tried. My
Total
location
767.
That's
That's
dead out to happen.
video
seem to happen
on
with these verses
the
that
street.
you
I'm actually
do.
craving Jiro
Well,
ramen.
they seem to be enjoying
Jiro
it because
ramen?
they keep
Yeah,
actually
Jiro
going.
ramen.
Is that here in
Yeah.
Los Angeles?
This is how they have one.
That's
I
very
was craving
good.
Must be easy to
Oh,
the idea that order the new Japanese
It's on Sota
and
Boulevard.
I have been
Oh,
it's Sawtell. Oh, there's great nudes down there.
Oh, yeah.
Great nudes are on
Oh, there's
Sawtell.
dudes everywhere. On the street. I'm actually craving Jiro
They seem
ramen.
to be
Well,
enjoying
we should get some Jiro
Yeah,
ramen
Jiro
someday.
ramen.
Hey, they're craving Jiro ramen too.
Ooh.
Maybe we should invite them. Maybe we should send them a DM and say, hey, you want to come to Jiro ramen?
Yeah, but I'm fish. Will they be willing to
Oh, there's great
drop
nudes
the
down
fish?
there.
Oh, yeah.
Great nudes are on
Oh, there's
Sawtell.
dudes
Great video. Great verses. Classic verseception. We haven't had a verseception on Goat versus Fish in a while, but this is Goat versus Fish Thursdays. Ramen Goat. We're looking for Ramen Goat. Looking for Ramen Goat. And look away, you goat. Look away, those of you.
Why? What happened?
Well, if you're vegan in this verses, you may not want to see this.
Oh.
Hey everybody, so check this out. I'm getting ready to make some goat ramen, and no, it's not the
Ramen.
goat that we have on our farm. Amen, somebody. It's from some goat that a local farmer processed on her own farm, where she raised the goats and she get them processed. And so I'm making some goat ramen, and I marinated. Hey everybody, so check this out. I'm getting ready to make some goat
actually get
ramen,
to
and
see
no,
it?
it's
That was the
not
entire
the goat
clip?
that we have on our farm. Amen, somebody.
What the
It's from
fence?
some goat that a local farmer processed on her own farm.
Do we get
where
to
she
see the
raised
goat?
goats
Do we
and
get to
she
see the
them
goat
processed.
ramen?
And so
Do we
I'm
get to
making
see
some
the goat
ramen,
ramen?
and I
Do they at least correct
Hey,
in the
everybody, so-
comments?
Oh my! It was. We think that it's just in the thumbnail, so that's maybe that's their trick to get repeat views.
Oh no.
Oh no! But here's another one: delicious combination of birria, goat, and ramen. Wow, that goat's just falling off the fence, just falling off the fence.
Oh wow.
Glorious, glorious, glorious. Do you think you could jam along with that? What note is that, Sunshine?
That's just white noise.
Give us this day our garlic bread and forgive our trespasses as we forgive those who trample on our lawns and lead us unto vegetarianism. Well, that's your verses, Pericles. The views of the goat and fish of the congregation and guest sermonizers of Goat versus Fish do not necessarily reflect the views of the Church of Goat versus Fish. You think the mispronunciation of ramen is more offensive than consuming of the goat? SeanKnight.com, welcome to Goat versus Fish. He says goat ramen is better than fish ramen. So what's it going to be, Sunshine? Oh, 30 versus American dollars. 30 versus American dollars to see
My facial
now,
eyes.
your facial eyes. Now, would you do 15 versus American dollars for one eye?
It's a package deal.
Package versus.
Yeah. Unless you have an eye patch.
An eye. We tried to negotiation. We tried a negotiation on your behalf because we could orientation the camera so they just see one eye.
Why one eye when you can have all the eyes? The second eye, third eye.
Best fish ramen in Shinjuku, top 5.
Flying Fish Ramen. These ramen restaurants are at the top of the heap in
ramen.
Shinjuku. Let's do this.
Who eats fish ramen?
And I eat 8.
Apparently, this small horrid child.
Fence sitter.
Ton of ramen. This channel is dedicated to bringing you the very best ramen in
Get to the fish, get
it's
to the
also
fish.
a ramen battleground, or gekisenku in Japanese.
Do you think this is sponsored content?
Now, ramen often includes a lot of ingredients.
could be.
Whether it's chicken
The
or pork
musications
bones,
are
a number of different
certainly
vegetables,
terrible.
and also, in one form or another, fish. And for these
How many sponsors do you think he has in that video alone?
Well, 14,000 views 6 years ago. 5 a.m. ramen.
5 ramen shops. The ingredients are not just fish, but fish definitely takes center stage. In no particular order, here are my top 5 Shinjuku fish ramen shops.
If I didn't see the video and I only heard the audio, I would think he was selling me peptides.
Think of this as a
Oh no, that would be Callahan Welsh, who spoke at the Temple of Goat versus Fish.
virtual ramen tour. Clocking in at number 5, we've got flying fish ramen at Yakiyago Shio Ramen Takahashi. And the ramen that they serve is the same as the ramen shop's name. So they
Shio ramen means salt ramen.
use flying fish, or tobio, from Nagasaki in their ramen.
Tobio, tobu, that's to fly. That means to fly.
And this flying fish is charcoal grilled, very unique. Alongside that flying fish, it's a milder tonkotsu, or pork bone based soup. It also has some fish dashi, not just flying fish. We've got curly, relatively thin noodles, and in terms of toppings, we've got mizuna and white negi for some brightness, and also 2 styles of chashu pork. One is slow cooked, and the other is your more standard.
Oh, you can leave the pork out of this. Let's just keep it all fish.
In terms of flavor, it's a salty broth.
We've had enough of this pork barrel spending. We want to spend it on barrels of delicious dashi and fish broth.
With a bit of a sharp fish flavor, but it's not as intensely fishy as you might think. In addition to their Shinjuku Honten, or flagship store, they have another branch in Shinjuku. They've also got
Celebration. Next, we'll try one. We'll look at one more versus. Sell us some one more fish ramen. Or don't.
Now, moving on to number 4 on the list, we've got Menya Kaijin. Kaijin means god of the sea, and as you'd expect, they probably have the fishiest ramen on this list. Just like a Takahashi, it's a shio or salt-based broth. But here, it's more clear and transparent, and what that does is allows the fish flavor to come out more. But it's a very gentle
More fish, more fish, more fish, more
fish
fish.
flavor. They blend 7+ types of fish together, and these are all seasonally changed. But the fish can often include tai or sea bream, buri or Japanese amberjack, conger eel, and salmon. The list goes on.
Wow, we've got a lot of fish. That's a lot of fish all in one bowl. Celebration more fish, celebration more fish.
For toppings, they've got negi, ginger, myoga, or ginger
Negi is onion.
flour, and also chili pepper strings. These delicate toppings match a delicate broth. But maybe what's
As fish, this is cannibalism. No, says Cryptid Beast. Well, first, celebration for fish. Celebration for your choice of fish. Let's get your fish on the board. Celebration for fish.
Celebration? I don't understand fish ramen. Fish ramen feels a little fancy to me.
It feels fancy to you? You say this is cannibalism, Cryptid Beast, but fish are known to eat other fish. Fish are very commonly known to eat other fish.
Well, big fish eat small fish, and small fish eat big fish, but only if the big fish has turned around and he doesn't see the big fish eating it.
So a fish will only eat another fish from behind?
Yeah.
Is this like a backstabbing fish, like they should be on the same side versus the goat, but then when the fish isn't looking?
It depends on who the apex fish is.
If a fish eats another fish, is one of the fish actually a goat and it turns into a versus?
It can be very confusing for the verses. That's why the fish needs to establish dominance by offering ramen to the big fish.
Are you goat or are you fish?
Fish.
Celebration for fish, celebration for fish!
Celebration.
Let's count your fish. Well, Mama says, I consider eating goat a celebration for goat because you have chosen goat for consumption and you are accepting goat within you. A goat within you. Well, that was some fish ramen. That was some... We've now done our ramen investigation. We've done our ramen investigation. Fitzcraft the fish. Celebration more fish. Fitzcraft. We invitation you to do a guest sermon. To do a guest sermon at the Church of Goat versus Fish. Fitzcraft. You should come do a guest sermon on the Church of Goat versus Fish. We are going to make a note in the verses. We're going to make it written that you need a formal invitation to the guest sermon of Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish. Fitzcraft. Lord Octavius reached out to Goat versus Fish. Some of you may know the controversial figure, Lord Octavius from the Uncle Joe Show. Lord Octavius said, oh, wow, Goat versus Fish, we love your new Goat versus Fish church streams. And we said, hey, Lord Octavius, you should come to the Church of Goat versus Fish and give a sermon about how Goat versus Fish raised you from the dead. Oh, you laugh about it now. But that was a very controversial versus in its day. Goat and Fish, we've got some time left. We've got a little bit of time left in this mighty morning motivation, and Goat vs. Fish has decided to open up the Goat vs. Fish hotline. You want to have a 5-minute call for Goat vs. Fish? Call Goat vs. Fish. Call Goat vs. Fish. 747-221-4830. We've decided it's Goat vs. Fish Thursday. The hotline is open. The hotline is open, Goat and Fish. Call the Goat vs. Fish hotline. Call the Goat vs. Fish hotline. Call the Goat vs. Fish hotline. 747. And in honor of the church, we'll say a prayer for the goat or the fish. You don't have to pray for Goat versus Fish. But if praying is something you want to do today, call 747-221-4830 and offer a versus. Call in Goat versus Fish. We are ready to answer your verses. Goat versus Fish is ready to answer your verses. Ready to answer your verses. Tragedy plus time equals comedy. Obviously faked their own death. Lord Saturn says, today we're putting together my sermon. Yes, we even pondered, though it would be a technological wonder, but we even pondered that for the Church of Goat versus Fish, if you send in your sermon to Goat versus Fish, if you send in a digital sermon, then Goat versus Fish could take your digital sermon and transfer it onto a VHS, which has an H in between a V and an S, so it's kind of like a versus. And then in the Church of Goat versus Fish, we could wheel in an old CRT TV, and then we could attach a VHS, and we could play your sermon on a VHS in the Temple of Goat versus Fish.
What if they send nudes?
If they send nudes? Oh, you can send nudes to Goat versus Fish. You can send nudes to Goat versus Fish. Why? Why look at these nudes here? We were just looking at some beautiful nudes who are suddenly not showing up to Goat versus Fish. Oh, here they are. Nudes like this. Nudes like this.
Those are Michelin star nudes.
Ooh, look at this tomatoey fish ramen. Oh my, that's more of a tsukemen.
Oh, you make your nudes there.
This is a dipping style ramen. Dipping style fish ramen. The number one. And here's the number one.
Oh, fish nudes.
Fish nudes. Fish nudes. Goat versus Fish ramen. Old school versus old school versus. Yes, you may call Goat versus Fish if you wish. 747-221-4830. Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish. 1 hour and a half, or 1 hour and a half, and 1 hour 31 minutes into the verses of Goat versus Fish. And while we're here, we are going to have a poll. We're going to have a Twitch poll on Goat versus Fish. How's that tenure coming along? Sunshine?
Oh, tenure? I'm still on the job. The tenure chair's over there.
Oh, you're still on the verses?
Yeah, I was on the verses the whole time. I was never in tenure.
Oh, so we see.
Yeah.
Well, if you're on the verses, we're ready. You're back. We want the musication.
Oh, okay.
We want the musication. We're ready for it. We're getting ready for a poll. We want to hype up. This congregation. We want to hype up this congregation.
You guys ready to get hyped up with some ballads?
Answer the fish. Rory Story says, fish on a pole. Roy Story, are you a fish on a pole? Who shall triumph? Goat. Fish. Fence. Unification. Now this poll, it's a warm-up, Goat and Fish. This poll is not to determine who wins the verses. This poll is merely to score a single verses in the verses of Goat versus Fish. It will be a 3-minute poll. Refresh twitch.tv/GoatVsFish. Now. Refresh twitch.tv/GoatVsFish. Now. It's 1 channel point per vote. It's 1 channel point per vote. It's 1 channel point per vote. It's a click fest. Better get in now. Better get it in now before some fence sitter fences up the whole verses. It's 1 channel point per vote. This is for 1 versus. This is for 1 versus. Who shall triumph, the goat or the fish? Who shall triumph, the goat or the fish? And we've got goat with 67. We've got goat with 78 now. Fish with 212. Fish 231. Fence 137. Fish 264. This is a winner takes all versus. This is a winner takes all versus. Bud Morgan says, I once dated a fish that took the bait. You dated a fish? How'd you treat that fish? How'd you treat that fish? Space Coyote says, hash Space Coyote, are you goat? Or are you fish? Roy Story says fish. Celebration for Roy Story Fish. Celebration for Roy Story Fish. Celebration for Roy Story Fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. Who shall triumph, the goat or the fish? We have 702. The poll is halfway done. It's halfway done. And the fish are outversing the goat. The fish are outversing the goat. 762 to 314. And in the final verses of the poll, fish with 1,167.82 are totally dominating the click fest. This could be just the verses that the fish need, just the verses that the fish need to ensure their final triumph. Fish win the poll. Fish win the poll with 1,246. Fish win the poll with 1,246. TML says, try and catch this fish. Try and catch this fish. For unification, I can fix Amber Heard, Bayonet 420, and Lord Saturn. Fence, I can fix Amber Heard with 138 clicks. Goat, I can fix Amber Heard with 162 clicks. SeanKnight.com with 143. Lord Saturn 75. Rent Stallion 34. And the fish of the verses, BBD 187 620, TML 81 517, Bayonet 420 54, and I can fix Amber Heard also voting for fish. I can fix Amber Heard voting for goat. All over the verses. They could have done it without you. No, my votes didn't count. Clicking too fast. You got 517 votes for fish. Fish win the verses. Fish win the verses. No auto clicker, nor should you. We want you to be sweating in this verses. We want you versing hard. That's one mighty verses for fish. That's one mighty verses for fish. The poll for fish. Fish poll. Fish poll. Fish poll win. We'll count that for a fishing poll. There we are. Goat and fish. Fish now with 2 verses. Goat with 3. As the YouTube poll continues, we've got 50% in the YouTube poll for goat, 30% in the YouTube poll for fish. We'll put that up as a provisional versus, But you can go onto YouTube at any time and try to sway the vote Goat winning the YouTube vote? Usually there's so many fish. With a provisional versus for Goat, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 for Goat, 2 for fish, 2 for fish, and the verses continue as the verses continue. I'm on an iPad, lol, the lag is real. Oh, we believe you. Now, Goat versus Fish and Sanshine, we've been talking about all kinds of verses for the future of Goat versus Fish, haven't we?
Yes.
Yes, we have. We have been pondering that for the politics of Goat versus Fish, we're talking maps of Goat versus Fish, we're talking territory of Goat versus Fish, we're talking Goat versus Fish games, we're talking stakes for Goat versus Fish, stakes for the triumphing Goat and Fish. Next Tuesday on News and Politics Streams, we want to hear from the Supremo Goat, well, Mom, with a declaration of the intent of Goat, Well, Mom, the Supremo Goat. We want to hear from Joy Evil, the cod parent. Not the cod father, but the cod parent of the fish. Goat versus Fish University.
Ooh.
Yes, we do like the idea of Goat versus Fish University. We also like the idea of Goat versus Fish versus study, where we all just come to the temple of Goat versus Fish and we just all talk Goat versus Fish philosophy for an hour.
I would say Goat versus Fish University is the better streaming university.
Oh, so would Goat versus Fish.
Yeah.
So would Goat versus Fish. We could even issue you a diploma from GVFU.
Hi-Fi can be the RA.
Hi-Fi can be the janitor.
I was thinking the RA, who knocks on all the kids who have fun.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Oh, there go. Oh, Goat versus Fish. That could be a position. Hi-Fi could be the star student at GVFU. We could put Hi-Fi through on a scholarship.
Ooh, what do we call the scholarship for Hi-Fi?
For Hi-Fi, well, it could be the Hi-Fi protege. It could be called the Hi-Fi protege memorial. Well, but Hi-Fi protege is still here.
How about the No More Lo-Fi?
The no more lo-fi?
So that way he knows what happens if he becomes lo-fi, he'll lose his scholarship.
That's what we see.
So we need a deterrent, so that way he shows up and he pays attention in his classes.
Lord Saturn asks, can there be knightlyhood in Goat versus Fish? Goat versus Fish, we think if not, there can be knightlyhood in Goat versus Fish, and there can also be priestlyhood in Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish definitely needs to make a certificate of priestliness so you can become a registered sermonizer in the Church of Goat versus Fish. But then first, of course, we have to make Goat versus Fish the 501c3 nonprofit religious organization.
First one to shave the back of their head like a friar can become knighted or a priest.
SeanKnight.com is already a knight of Goat versus Fish.
Oh, okay. That was easy.
That was an easy versus. Knight's in the name. I Can Fix Amber Heard says, I will be a knight with my stick. You're like one of those fence knights. You're like one of those wandering knights with no allegiance to anyone but yourself.
Oh, he's a bandit.
With a code all your own.
He's a lowly bandit.
If someone brings enough Goat or Fish to the verses, then they could be knighted, or if they did something super noble for Goat versus Fish. It's versible, yes, it's versible. Maybe Lord Saturn will become knighted by Goat versus Fish for their climbing of Mount Fuji, for great deeds. But we'll tell you this, Lord Saturn, we're not going to do it virtually. You have to come to the Temple of Goat versus Fish, and we'll make a whole ceremony out of it. You must show your final dedication to be knighted by Goat versus Fish. You must show your final dedication by making a pilgrimage to the Temple of Goat versus Fish. You've climbed Mount Fuji. Surely you can make a pilgrimage to the Temple of Goat versus Fish. How much is tuition for GVFU Master's Program degree for the Master's verses?
We need to team up with student loan companies to determine the price. We can't wait to have a low price and then they take out tuition and then we raise the price. We don't like start from the end and go down to the beginning.
Well, listen, your tuition and education is free, but the diploma is going to cost you. If you want the diploma to actually prove to your employer that you attended GVFU and that you received the education, then, of course, you're going to have to pay a pretty versus.
You also don't have to attend to get the diploma.
Shh. Listen, as long as you pay for the diploma.
As long as you allow us to tank your credit score and you sign that waiver that says that we own your likeness and we can make as many NFTs, non-fence tokens.
Non-fence.
Yeah.
You're talking non-fence to Goat vs. Fish. Is there a study book? Oh, of course. There will be a Goat vs. Fish study book. Speaking of Goat vs. Fish study books, later this verses around 7 p.m., we have caught verses that the Nihongo to English podcast is going to be doing a live stream here on Twitch and recording a live episode. So we can give a shout out to Nihongo to English, who is not far from monetization on Twitch. Not far. We're 145 into the verses. It's time to count the verses. We know it takes time to count the verses, and it takes time to score the verses. Follow Nihongo to English here on Twitch. We've been having a mighty one, but it's time. It's time to count the verses. If you can get a show booked out there, I'll come to the Sunday verses. No, wait, the verses. What if Goat vs. Fish booked you on Goat vs. Fish? Doesn't that count for a versus? What if Goat vs. Fish booked Antagonizer to be on the Goat vs. Fish living stream? You've seen other bands be on the studio of Goat vs. Fish. Does that not count for a versus? Does coming to the Temple of Goat vs. Fish not count for a booking type versus? Goat vs. Fish, let's count the verses. We've got 500 bits for Fish. That's a versus for Fish. We have no bits for Goat. No bits for the Goat. Goat can steal a versus for 501 bits for 501 bits. We've got 3 Goat subscriptions, and 1 subscription for Fish. Let us take a versus for recognition of... Oh, and they can also give guest sermons in the Temple of Goat vs. Fish. More content for Goat vs. Fish. SeanKnight.com with 5, 6, 7 bits for the Goat. 5, 6, 7 from SeanKnight.com. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. The Goat. The Goat. The Goat. Six, 7. 6, 7. 6, 7. SeanKnight.com. SeanKnight.com coming in with epic verses. Showtime.com, taking a verses from fish, taking a verses from fish for 5, 6, 7. For 5, 6, 7. The ramen. Sean Knight wants that ramen. Fish can take it back. Fish can take the ramen back for just 68 or even 69 bits. Nothing from Wrench Stallion. Nothing. You get nothing from Wrench Stallion. This versus is far from over. Fish can take it back for 68 bits. For 68 bits, the versus is on. The versus is on SeanKnight.com. 5, 6, 7 added to 5 Hour Fridays. 359. And we add a 6, 7, and we add a 6, 7. We add a 6, 7, 7, 94, 94, and a 6, and a 6, and 3, 65. We are now at 365 and 94 towards the 5 Hour Friday. 500 versus American dollars for a 5 Hour Friday. We are at 365.94. And speaking of Goat versus Fish, as we're counting the verses, speaking of Goat versus Fish, we would be remiss not to promotion this critical versus, not to promotion this critical versus, not to promotion this critical versus, Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish is going to be on a show. Goat versus Fish is going to be doing a show. And here's the verses, and here is the verses. Tomorrow, it was a quick booking. It was a quick booking for Goat versus Fish. Tomorrow at the Doll Hut in Anaheim. It's a free show. At the Doll Hut in Anaheim, Goat versus Fish is going to be playing with some punks. Playing with some metalheads. Why, just look at these amazing band logos. We've got Zero Tones, Black Static, Scotch Rocco, Echo Side, Lifer, Echo Spine. Well, one of them's like Eco Side, and one of them is Echo Spine. Garbage, Grenade, and Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish is right there. Goat versus Fish is right there on the flyer. Goat versus Fish. Punk legend Goat versus Fish. Probably more a metal crowd than Red Stallion. Maybe so, maybe so. We don't know. But Goat versus Fish is on the billing. Goat versus Fish is on the billing. Goat versus Fish will be playing outside at 7:30 p.m. at this free show at the world famous Doll Hut on Instagram. World famous Doll Hut. Celebration for Goat versus Fish. Yes, we're playing musications. Sunshine, what is your musication advice for Goat versus Fish for playing on this show?
Good luck.
Is that advice, or is that more a declaration of fine will to Goat versus Fish?
It's more of like go with the flow. And before we go with the flow, we always say good luck. Because sometimes the flow gets fancy, sometimes the flow gets good. And even if the flow is amazing, there's no guarantee that it will show up the next time.
Oh, how's your flow? How's your flow?
How
you been flowing since you came back to LA?
I've been eating a lot of fiber, so it's been just fine and dandy.
Running a calculation now.
Imagine.
Now. Oh, yes. Oh, imagine. Oh, we've got more verses.
Imagine the goat and fish are nudes.
Oh, imagine the goat and fish are nudes?
Yeah.
We could do that. That's a classic one. That's a classic one. Sunshine, you've taken a classic verses and translated it into Goat versus Fish.
Call back.
The names look metal as a guy who likes punk rock music. It might be so, Rinse Stallion. It may very well be so.
If it turns out to be smooth jazz, let me know.
If they're smooth jazz, okay. And so here we have it, and so here we have the verses. 1 for Fish, 1 verses for Fish. 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5 verses for Goat. That's 6 verses in total. 5 out of 6 for the goat. 1 out of 6 for the fish. 1 out of 6 for the fish. 1 out of 6 for the fish. A calculation. 1 fenced by 6. 1.66666. For fish to win the verses. 1 out of 6 is 17%. 17%. You invert the verses. 83. Giving them the benefit of the verse. We are going to run a poll. Fish need 83% of the vote to win. And if fish need 83% of the vote to win, then goat only needs 17%. You may say, that's fansanity, goat versus fish. Fish need 83% to win. Well, fish have only 1 verses. Goat have 5 verses. So the fish are still in it. We're going to run a poll. This is how we've been doing it now, Sunshine. This is how we've been doing it because the goat and fish, sometimes they earn verses. But then in the end, it's like, oh, it counts for nothing because whoever has more verses wins the verses. And that's classic. That's a classic celebration. But in recent verses, we count the total number of verses earned, and this verse is 6. So 1 out of 6, 5 out of 6 for goat. 1 out of 6, 1.66%. Invert the verses, 83.333%. Fish has only 1 verses. Goat have 5. But if fish wins the poll with 83% of the vote, then fish wins the verses. And if fish had 2 verses to goat's 4, then the verses would switch again. Goat have 5 verses out of 6. Goat have a clear advantage. So if goat wins the poll with even just 17% of the vote, goat wins the verses. However, while the poll is being conducted, if fish were to cheer 68 bits, 69 bits, steal a verses from goat to fish, then this verses would change from 4 out of 6 to 2 out of 6, and then fish would need a lower percentage to win the poll, and goat would need a higher percentage to win the poll. The more verses you have, the easier it is to win the final poll of goat versus fish. Also, for 10,000 channel points, you can redeem a verses for goat or a verses for fish, and you can alter the verses that way. Also, subscriptions. Fish, with 3 more subscriptions, fish could take a verses from goat. With 2 more subscriptions, fish could split the verses with goat. All right, Sunshine. We are going to prepare the final poll. And once that final poll gets going, we're going to want intense, happening, epic battle musications. Are you ready to prepare for epic battle musications? Oh, we said once the poll begins, we're giving you time for preparation. We're giving you prep time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then sure, yeah.
Giving you prep verses. Sunshine is going to prepare the epic musications for the final epic confrontation of goat versus fish. It's all going to happen now. Get your bits, subscriptions, get your tips ready. Get your redeemed channel point verses, because we're about to start the big time final poll to determine who wins goat versus fish Thursday. First, we go to a random number generator. A number between 1 and 100. Generation. 67! Celebration! Celebration! You get a free belly roll for landing on 6-7. A bonus vote is going to count only for 67 channel points. It's a pricey one, but well worth it. Who shall get ramen? Who shall get the ramen? Will it be fish? Will it be fish who need? %. To win. Will it be goat? We need 17% to win. Will it be fence? Can't win. Fence have no verses. Unification. As a matter of verses, we think that fence and unification don't even get to spoil the verses here. They didn't get a verses, so no spoilage. This is just between goat and fish. Can a goat fish? Of course a goat can fish. This is goat versus fish. We need less to win last poll. Oh, goat versus fish. Bearden for 20 redeems a versus for fish. Bearden for 20 redeems a versus for fish. Bearden for 20 redeems a versus for fish. A versus for fish.
Celebration.
This changes everything. This changes everything. Bearden for 20 with a versus for fish now. There are 7 verses in total. Goat have 5 out of 7. Fish have 2 out of 7. A versus for fish has been redeemed. A versus for fish has been redeemed. A versus for fish has been redeemed. 2 divided by 7. 20.285.285. 0.285, goat and fish, 0.285. So the fish need 0.2857. So the fish need, we'll call it 0.285. We'll call it goat versus fish. We'll keep it 0.28, 28.5%, 80, 70, 71.5. From 83% to 71.5. Fish needs 71.5% of the vote. Please don't make us have to do the whole calculation. Get up to 72 if you can. Fish needs 71.5% of the vote. Goat previously needed only 17 to triumph, but now they need 28.5% of the vote to triumph. That's what the versus for fish gets you. Fish need 83% to win. No, they only need 71.5 to win. 71.5. Goat need 28.5 percentage points. Is that a bead of sweat we see dropping on goat? Should still be an easy win. TML redeems a versus for fish. TML redeems a versus for fish. TML says these fish ain't going nowhere. These fish ain't going nowhere. TML redeems a versus for fish. That's a second versus for fish.
Celebration TML 81.
TML 81. With a versus for fish, yeah! With a versus for fish, yeah! A versus for fish. Another versus for fish. Fish now have 3 out of 8. 3 out of 8 for fish, almost 50%. 3 out of 8 for fish. Goat with 5 out of 8. Goat versus fish. New calculation. 3 of 8. 3 of 8. 0.375. Goats need 37.5%. It's almost a 50-50 verse. 37.5%. 37.5% for goat. 37.5% for goat. Invert the verses. Invert the verses. 62. 62.5 for fish. 62.5 for fish. 62.5 for fish. And oh my verses. SeanKnight.com with 67 bits. SeanKnight.com with 67 bits. It's 134 bits. It's 134 bits from SeanKnight.com with a double 67. With a double 67. 690 plus 4 for the 7. 701. 701 for Goat. 701 for Goat. 701 bits for Goat. And the Uncle Bo with 6-7. The Uncle Bo with another 6-7. The Uncle Bo. 768 bits for Goat. 768 bits for Goat. Celebration. And SeanKnight.com with 5 gifted verses to the congregation. 5 gifted verses. 5 gifted verses. 5 gifted verses to the congregation of Goat vs. Fish. 5 huge gifted verses. 5 huge gifted verses for the Goat. The verses must be drawn here. SeanKnight.com with 5 gifted verses, attempting to ensure that no fish will ever steal, the subscriptions from the fish who would now need 6 subscriptions, 7 subscriptions, and the Uncle Bo with 33 bits for Goat. The Uncle Bo with 33 bits for Goat. It's a hype training. 33 bits for Goat, 33 bits for Goat. 90, 93, 801. 801 now for Goat, 801 now for Goat. And it's a hype training, so the verses are doubled. The verses are doubled for the 5-hour Friday. So we're going to double SeanKnight.com's 5 gifted versus 15 going to count for 30 versus American dollars, 335.94, and we've got 6 sevens. We've got 4 6 sevens. 6 7 times 4 plus 33 more. Double that versus 602. Goat versus Fish 3. Did we fence up the calculation here? We don't think so. 340. 341. 96. Appreciation. Mudmore is subscribed to Goat vs. Fish. Mudmore, are you Goat or are you Fish? We are at 341.96 towards the 5-hour Friday. The Uncle Bo and SeanKnight.com with huge contributions. Fish needs 62.5 to win. It's anyone's versus. Goats need 37.5 to win. Celebration! For the Uncle Bo and SeanKnight.com. Goat and Fish, here we go now. A very fast 3-minute poll to determine who does triumph for the ramen. Remember though, subs, bits, and redeemed verses will still count even in these last 3 minutes. Goat versus Fish will count down from Goat versus Fish, and then the epic verses shall begin. GOATVSFISH. This is for the ramen. The poll is live, and there's still even 21 seconds left in the level 2 hype training. The poll is live, Goat and Fish. The poll is live. Who shall triumph? The Goat or the Fish? Who shall triumph, the Goat or the Fish? The poll is live. Who shall triumph, the Goat or the Fish? Fish used to be hardly in contention, but Fish have evened the verses now, have nearly evened the verses. 62.5 needed for a fish. 67 channel points. If you don't see the poll, refresh twitch.tv/GoatVsFish. It's all come down to this. A whole nother week of Goat versus Fish. A whole week of Goat versus Fish. The fish are on a streak of 4. Will they win it again? Fish, they need 62.5% to win, and fish are climbing. Fish are making a versus for it. Fish are making a versus for it. 58%. Fish now at 58%. 62%. 64 fish are leading the versus. With 2 minutes left, fish are leading the versus now with 141 votes. 6-7, 6-8. Are they going for 69? 70! 70! Goat have more verses than fish. Goat have more verses than fish. 5 out of 8 for goat. 3 out of 8 for fish. But fish are outversing. Fish are just outflanking the goat. They're outflanking the goat. Goat now with 91. Goat now with 91. Goat, if you want to even these verses, you can redeem for 10,000 channel points of verses for goat and try to restack the odds in your favor and in your flavor. But you already have the subscriptions. You already have the bits. Goat and fish. The fish are just out hustling the goat. The fish are just out hustling the goat. I would use more points for the pool, but I only need 500 verses for goat. The Uncle Bo needs 500 verses for goat. The Uncle Bo is doing some massive consumption. Appreciation. 316 now for fish. 72% of the vote for fish. 62.5% of the vote for the goat. Oh, Sunshine, while the poll, as long as this final poll is going, the musications keep on going. If you can, and unless you are feeling unhealthy, then of course. A versus for goat. Rent Stallion redeemed a versus for goat. Rent Stallion redeems a versus for goat. How will this shift the odds? How will this shift the odds on goat versus fish? Goat now have 6 out of 9 verses. We're going to have to do a recalculation. This will spawn a recalculation. But the poll is still live. The poll will be as it be. 3 out of 9. 3 out of 9. 3 out of 9 for the fish. That means fish needs 66.66%. 66.66% to win the versus. Goat need 33.33% to win the versus. Goat's position is strengthened, but it was not enough. Goat needed 33% to win the versus. Rent Stallion redeemed a versus for Goat, putting Goat in the position to need only 33%. Darmok versus Jalad at Tanagra with the fish. Who shall get the ramen? The fish get the ramen. The fish get the ramen. The fish get the ramen. Even as Rent Stallion puts up a mighty versus for Goat, a mighty final versus for Goat. The fish get the ramen and increase their streak to 5 on this mighty versus of Goat versus fish. KO! The fish. 5 for fish. Fish with the ramen. And this has been your Goat versus Fish Thursday. This has been your Goat versus Fish Thursday. Ah, the battery's all fenced. That's okay. We'll do it JMO style. Goat, a fish, a goat versus fish. The fish, the fish, the fish do triumph. The fish do triumph over the goat. The fish, the fish, the fish do triumph. The fish do triumph over the goat. The goat put up a mighty fine versus, but the fish do triumph over the goat. The fish, the fish, the fish do triumph. The fish do triumph over the goat. Celebration for fish!
Celebration! Thanks for the ramen.
Sunshine, how does it feel to triumph on your first Mighty Versus back on Goat versus Fish?
It's the first time I've triumphed while being jet lagged at the same time, so it's like it's a mighty victory.
Yes. Jet lagged after a week of Los Angeles, jet lag still, you say?
Oh yeah, Sri Lanka is like 12 hours away. It's like 12 hours in time difference, so right now, hypothetically, I'll be sleeping in Sri Lanka.
But that's just a hypothetical versus.
Yeah.
Well, how about you just go to sleep while we read off the list of patrons?
Okay.
The glorious patrons of Goat vs. Fish, generous donors at patreon.com/Goat vs. Fish. A great way to support the congregation. The humble congregation: Ben Birdperson, The Quaxinator, Jimmy Wrench, Mama Joe Vramajo, Standard Average, Tugger Rugger, Hogrim, Eldergrown, Uber Kitten, Patistador, Eventually Gold, Psychic Buckeye 12, Drew, and Hi-Fi Protege. 10 verse American dollars a month, the elite humble congregation: Prism Bloom, Lord Saturn, Karmic, Prue Lawrence, Atro, Sourdough, Watt 9807, That One Bulk Guy, and Napoleon Doom. The Unification Congregation for 20 or more verse American dollars a month: I Can Fix Amber Heard and Lysergic Fish. These Goat and Fish, and even a few fence sitters, are great supporters of Goat versus Fish. Many of you gift your subs, you send your bits, and it is all appreciation for your dedication to Goat versus Fish. But consider for 5, 10, or 20 verse American dollars a month to join the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish, to be honored at the end of every Goat vs. Fish stream. And so too for you, and so too for you, to know that your verse American dollar isn't going into the pockets of Fence Bezos, but your Fence American dollar is going right into the pocket of the congregation of Goat vs. Fish. So we can still bring you more verses. Goat vs. Fish reminds you now, Church of Goat vs. Fish, Church of Goat vs. Fish. It's on Instagram, it's on TikTok, it's on Facebook, it's on YouTube. Follow Church of Goat vs. Fish and share those beautiful sermons. Share those beautiful sermons. This has been a celebration of Goat vs. Fish, another week of Goat vs. Fish. Sunshine's back, everyone. Sunshine's back. Follow Sunshine on twitch.tv/itssunshine. Sunshine's going to be streaming tomorrow at 2, 3?
2.
2.
Yeah.
Sunshine for 2. Say hi to Sunshine on twitch.tv/itssunshine. We've been thinking, Sunshine, that we need a special emote on Goat vs. Fish. Maybe a pair of emotes that go together. An extra long emote, because even in your absence, you know what they were saying to Goat vs. Fish?
Yeah?
In your absence, occasionally something fancy would happen.
Yeah.
And they would go into the chat of Goat vs. Fish, and they would just be like, sucks. Sucks has become a classic Sunshine versus that originated right here, as far as we know, on Goat vs. Fish. So we think we're going to make a sucks emote.
Oh, should my face be next to it?
It'll be some. You said it, so
My
it's
mouth
up to
can't be
you.
open next to sucks.
You want your mouth to be open
No,
next to sucks?
it can't be open. But high fives can be open.
But they could also have sucks, and then they could put the Sanshine face next to the sucks.
Oh, yeah.
By
that's
implication.
fine. Yeah.
Because then we could imagine, yes, they go into other streams and they just type, and then there's emotes that say sucks, and then they're like, hey, what do you mean my stream sucks? And
Hey, celebration. We can have other streams suck.
Like Ren Stallion has one that says grow ove. Very nice verses. Very nice verses, Ren Stallion.
Celebration.
I like to think of it as GoatVsFish gets to have consumption on me once every month. Yes, it's true. When you, for your versus American dollars, GoatVsFish can get consumption. GoatVsFish can get some gas. Whatever it takes for GoatVsFish. Whatever it takes. Appreciation. SeanKnight.com. SeanKnight.com. The fish may have triumphed, but SeanKnight.com wins Goat of the Verses. SeanKnight.com wins Goat of the Verses for their inspiration of subscription and the redemption of the verses of Goat vs. Fish. A celebration to SeanKnight.com, to all the goat and fish. To all the goat and fish. This has been your morning motivation. Sunshine, you have any final verses?
I'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. versus.
We'll see you on the next verses of Goat vs. Fish celebration. This has been your mighty Goat vs. Fish Thursday with a triumph for fish, for the ramen! The return of Sanshine celebration! Ren Stallion, BBDH 187, Bayonet 420. Appreciation all for joining Goat vs. Fish. Felt good marbles for Goat, celebration for Goat. Darmok appreciation. Once again, please, Darmok, all of you, follow Church of Goat vs. Fish on Instagram. And follow Church of Goat vs. Fish on TikTok. And follow Church of Goat vs. Fish on YouTube. It's critical verses. And it was written.